Queen Emma and their beloved son, the young Prince Albert, affectionately known as the Pride of Hawaii. We honor them now. Huli. Deep in the heart of our island lies its center. We begin there at a place called Ku'Kaniloko, home of the birthing stones of our ali'i. At this site were born some of our most important of our chiefs, our ali'i.
Kay halaw iuna aliboy iya uhani do kanilo tukpa kay kono kula kala kwa kay halaw iuna aliboy iya uhani balik kuli ay kono kamali apa amay kay ibay o ikaw ano kuwagi
The lands upon which our center sit are known as Kalua'okau, and was the area in Waikiki once belonging to our royal family and where they had one of their homes. Unfortunately, as a family, they would not be able to enjoy this place together for long, as our young prince tragically passed away at the tender age of just 4. Less than a year later, we would also suffer the loss of his father, our king. They say dying due to a broken heart. It was a devastating time for all in Hawaii, but especially for our queen. But with the aloha, the love from her people, she was able to carry through these sad and tragic times.
Ma Coco. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, wale boy. Kao manu leo na he o kauka. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, wale boy. Kao manu leo na he o kauka. No ka ke ala ilia hi kai ko ika.
And welcome joining us here this evening, aloha ahi ahi. Welcome for Onalani Sunset Stories. Sit down and enjoy. Aoya, ahililo wanalilo ya ahana na na ko makai ne kai ko ahine ugi ne ugi no no hinne one manne ayo ni mi na oe na oe halina malia no kana na 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 o titi uno no hino na ahi maero oya uminna da hala ya oya no me kuaya haina halina wanalilo ya Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of all of our vendors of our marketplace and our royal family, we bid you a warm aloha ahi ahi. Good evening and welcome for Queen Stories here at Onalani Sunset Stories of our international marketplace. This evening we're going to share with you the rich living history of our beloved Waikiki, share the music and dance of our peoples of Hawaii and the Pacific, and give a bit more history of these lands, a gift from our royal family. As we do so, but it's just an Hawaiian custom. I say aloha to you. It's just an old Hawaiian custom. When I say aloha to you, and to sing for you a pleasant melody. If you are there to make you happy, oh, it's just an old Hawaiian custom. When I say aloha to you, when I say aloha to you, when you feel Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Onalani. Mahalo Adeli na me ke aloha o mau o Kamika. It is such a pleasure to host you all here. My name is Kamika and we start exploring in Onalani Sunset Stories the rich living history, the mo'olelo of Waikiki, the meaning of its name. In Hawaiian, Waikiki means spurting waters, but has nothing to do with our ocean. We instead turn our attention to our mauka, our mountain regions. There, the valleys of Makiki, Manoa, and Paolo are the source of the life, or the fresh water that makes its way daily here into this area. Later, I'll tell you what our mahi'ai, our farmers of old, did with this valued resource. But right now, our lovely Olapa, our dancers, would like to share about one of these valleys as they do this hula, explaining of its beauty as they present to you Nani o Mano.
Oh,
always had a wonderful combination of experiences waiting for our visitors and locals to enjoy. That combination has included wonderful dining, great shopping, and, of course, lots of fun to be had by all. And in the early days of our marketplace, that fun was had at a club called Duke Kahanamoku's. Mr. Duke Kahanamoku helped to introduce the sport of our people, surfing, to the world, and of course that beautiful spirit of aloha. So with the help of his handsome beach boys, fresh off our beach of Waikiki, we'd like to wish you a warm aloha, to which you respond. Yeah, okay, this one lady right here was louder than all y'all combined. So let's try this here. Don't be ashamed. We're gonna do this together. We're all gonna be just as loud as she was. Okay, ready? Here we go, boys. Ready, go, go. Aloha! There you go. You know, the Duke and his beach boys love to enjoy the waters of Waikiki with our visitors, keeping them safe, taking them on surfboard rides, canoe surfing when it was large enough, always enjoying keeping them safe. And if you were lucky enough to have the Duke on duty that day, you were in for a treat. For as our gents are going to show, the Duke truly was larger than life.
Grand Golden Neptune awards the golden medal. Duke Kahanamoku, the crown you'll always wear. King of swimmers, famous of the sea. Mermaid beauties, keeping company. So, Duke Kahanamoku, the pride of all the Hawaii, surfing on the bottom, hearing like a bottom. You would think a moment, you wore a feather garment. Oh yeah, I know it all. Duke Kahanamoku, the idol of Hawaii, splendid in the ocean without the slightest notion that he'd become long enough throughout the blue one. Oh yeah, I know it all. King Kamehameha, conquered the island grew. Duke Kahanamoku, he simply conquered all the waters and became the king of swimmers. Oh, Duke Kahanamoku, the pride of all Hawaii, surfing on the bottom, hearing like a bottom. You would think the moment you wore a feather garment. Oh yeah, I know it all. King Kamehameha, conquered the island grew. Duke Kahanamoku, he simply conquered all the waters and became the king of swimmers. Conquered all the waters and became the king of swimmers. Oh, Duke Kahanamoku, the pride of all Hawaii, surfing on the bottom, hearing like a bottom. You would think the moment you wore a feather garment. Oh yeah, I know it all. Oh yeah, I know it all.
Hey! The Duke, king of our Hawaiian waters and his handsome beach boys. Thank you, gents. You know, another wonderful feature we've always had here at our marketplace is great entertainment. Throughout the years, all the famous names in Hawaiian music, Don Ho, Kuili, Chinoa Keawe, they've all performed here. Even our first all-Hawaiian music station, KCCM, AM 1420, first started broadcasting from our famed treehouse, replica which you can find right here in our center on the second floor. But the wonderful thing that we've always shared, of course, is our hula, our dance. And in our hula, there are many different genres, but one in particular, the hapa haole, became very well known around the world. You know why? Well, it caught the eye of Hollywood. And once that happened, the rest became part of our hula history. Our lovely hula beings return to share some of our favorite numbers of this era, dressed in Hollywood's famed cellophane skirt to enjoy our stars shine. All the time in the tropical line where they do the hula hula dance. I fell in love with this tropical love while doing that buddy dance. This little kid, well, she never did. They loved me more, so I made up my mind. I shall find the only girl that ever adored. Well, I love a pretty little hula hula girl.
cocoa tree. Gracefully lazy and sweetly crazy.
Skies grow hazy above. Then we'll be all together.
Just you and I.
And let it rule in heaven, living a dream of love. Well, I love my pretty little hula girl. Well, I got a little wiggle. Hula girl, shake it, surely make me giggle. Hula girl, oh, if I little only good someday. All the things that I'm on, girl, you're mine, girl, you're mine. All the time I've been dreaming of her. I'm a hula girl. All the time I've been dreaming of her. I'm a hula girl. All the time I've been dreaming of her. I'm a hula girl. Oh, yeah. Our stars of our hula era. When our marketplace first opened its doors in the 1950s, it created quite the buzz and stir about town. You know, today, you and I, we are very accustomed, no matter where we travel, of finding shopping centers. One location where we can come and find everything that we may want and or need. Well, in the 1950s, this concept was very new, and for Hawaii and Waikiki, our marketplace was one of its firsts. But it was also a first in that it created a themed destination. You see, our marketplace wanted to create something separate from what was already a wonderful experience for people coming to Hawaii. Not only was it lush and tropical, but they wanted to create this wonderful romanticized idea of what the South Pacific is like. Doing so, they created a village-like shopping experience based off of something very popular in the 1950s called the Tiki Club culture. Now, this Tiki Club culture created this shopping-like village with this South Pacific-esque feel to it, but well, unfortunately, because this Tiki Club culture is totally fabricated, it is made up, it didn't really well represent our peoples and cultures of the Pacific. But it did mean that we were lacking in authentic experiences, culturally speaking, to be discovered here at our center. Those came in the form of craftsmen and artisans invited by the center to come here and represent their peoples and cultures through their unique arts and crafts. Our artisans and craftsmen would set up shop, creating items unique to their peoples and cultures, and make these available for sale to our visitors. Not only did it allow a way for them to create income for themselves, but more importantly, function as cultural ambassadors, being able to share the significance of the items that were being purchased and talk story with our visiting peoples. Our marketplace truly did become a center for international cultural exchange. Another way by which people became accustomed to the different music and dance traditions of our peoples of Polynesia were through what were known as luau shows. Now, these were hosted all throughout Waikiki, but here in our marketplace, it was hosted at a place called Dawn the Beachcombers nightclub. Coming to these luau show, people could sample the different exotic drinks of that Tiki Club culture era, and also see the music and dance of Hawaii and also of our Polynesian cousins, like this next number, the Hotel, or festival drum dance from the Isle of Tahiti. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy. Yorana!
Hey!
tunes that became famous around the world. Right now, though, we return our attention back to our queen, who once called Kalua o Kaupo. Queen Emma Kalale'onalanina was born on January 2nd of 1836. Born to High Chief George Naea and High Chiefess Fanny Kikelo Kalania, both of her parents descended from the Kamehameha house of nobility. As it was custom in her time, Emma was hanai or adopted by her mother's sister, High Chiefess Grace Young Brooke, and husband, Dr. Thomas Brooke. Emma grew up assisting her father in his medical practice, a work which would later give her the insight to realize the needs of her people for access to modern Western healthcare and medicines. She, therefore, along with her husband the king, gave their private time, monies, and lands to begin the Queen's Hospital, today known as the Queen's Medical Center of Hawaii. With its sole mission of providing free universal health care for their people, our King and Queen gave the gift of ola, or life, to their people through access to modern Western medicines to combat the effects of introduced diseases to which our peoples had no natural genetic history nor immunity. Our King and Queen gifted this to our people and wanted it to be one that would last in perpetuity. And so therefore, of course, because our young prince and king died an untimely early death, it was left to our queen to pick up that mantle and carry it forward. She did this by creating a trust, and at the time of her passing, all of her wealth and lands went into this trust, and lands such as these beneath our center still to this day generate rental income, and as part of that trust, continue to provide for the medical needs of our people of Hawaii, a gift from our royal family that we honor every evening in the portion of this program by providing a living representation of our royal family in the form of our queen. This evening, representing our queen is our very own lovely Leila. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Her Majesty, our Queen, Kalale'onalanina. To be able to tell the story of Queen Emma, King Kamehameha IV, and their young son, the Prince Albert, is such a privilege. For not only is it allowing me to share my own culture and history, but more importantly, to allow to share through a function of our people's storytelling, the way that we keep history in our traditions of not only Hawaii, but also of the Pacific. You see, the reason that we start off every show by introducing the meaning of the name of this area, Waikiki, is to highlight the history of our people and the cultures of the Pacific, in that they existed in orality. None of our cultures and languages of the Pacific had a writing system until the coming of foreign missionaries in the 1800s. This meant that all information, all ideas of importance were all encoded into our language and passed from generation to generation through storytelling, through mele songs, holy chants, and of course, through our physical telling of these stories and chants in the dance form that you see here, our hula. It also allows us to glean a much richer history of this area of Waikiki than that of just a destination to come for a vacation. Of course, for well over 100 years, people coming here and we being able to engage in ho'okipa, welcoming our visitors, has been part of Waikiki's living history. But also, when we look through its name, we see that this area was once an abundant area in which our kala, our taro, was raised. With all of that vai, that precious resource coming down every day, it is one that allows us to share a rich living history of our aina, our land, and the royal family that gifted this to us. We also now continue to honor our alii, that of Kamehameha the Great, who combined all of the independent island nations into one unified island kingdom, and to whom we are forever indebted. plays, we'd like to say a warm mahalo. Thank you for joining us. And if you enjoyed the show, right back there in the corner, you're going to find a little stand, and there you will see on that sign a QR code. If you scan it, give us some feedback on your hula show, but most importantly, please enjoy the rest of your night. From all of us to all of you, a very warm mahalo, thank you, and aloha!